What's up, badass Black Desert Mobile fans? In this video, I'm going to break down the market in Black Desert Mobile. I'm going to cover how to place bids as well as how to win bids. Also, the importance of placing orders for specific items. I'm going to cover it all from the beginners to the advanced. Now, this video is going to be the first in a series. I'm going to do a market analysis video every Sunday going forward. The purpose of this is to help get an understanding of what's selling and what's not, so you know what to sell and when to sell it. A big factor in this is knowing what's coming in Black Desert Mobile, as well as events that BDM is giving us. For example, if BDM gives us an event with a red accessory, this is simply an example, you know that as soon as everyone has that red accessory, 50% of the people will post it on the market, which is going to end up flooding the market. Understanding the market will help you save billions of silver and pearls. That's where the video begins. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time here, you are missing out. Be sure to check out the description down below for additional badass Black Desert Mobile content. You won't be disappointed. Now, this is more of a beginner's market guide, and I understand I have a lot of veterans watching. However, I do have some very solid tips, so I recommend staying tuned till the end so you don't miss out. I'll give you one now, for example, so you understand what I mean. When placing an order on the market, always be sure to max bid, but change the price and increase it by 1. 99% of the people max bid and leave the price as is. If you increase by 1, you will have a much higher chance of getting your order. This works best for smaller items such as resources. Alright, now we're going to get into the basics and work our way up. The market can be found on the Overview tab. Once you click on it, you will come to this screen. At the top, you will see 4 different options: Market, Orders, Collect Orders, and My Items. The Market tab is the first tab. This is where you go to buy an item. You can search for all buyable items in BDM. Not all items are sellable, unfortunately. There is many tabs here to choose from. At the bottom, you have black stones. There's some consumables like standard pallet chests, black pearl chests. And then, like I said, you can also search for specific items in the top right and refresh items if you're trying to sell an item. The second tab is your Orders tab. This shows you your orders you currently have on the market, the quantity of what you ordered, as well as how much of that quantity has been filled. You can also cancel an order from this screen by selecting the order you no longer want and simply canceling it. You can also only have a maximum of 10 orders at a time, as you can see in the bottom left. This does refund all of your silver, so there's no harm in refunding an order as well. The third tab is where you can collect an order. If an order has been filled, regardless of its quantity, you will get the order from this screen. For example, if you have an order for 10K cotton and someone sells 2K, you get the 2K order and your order stays up until the full 10K has been placed, so it's not uncommon to come to this screen and have various orders filled with different quantities. The fourth tab is where you can sell your items. The top right is where you can select the item. If you click on the plus sign, you will bring up this screen, and you can select between weapons, armor, accessories, consumables, etc. Once you select the item you want to sell, you can then select the quantity. You can see the max price and the min price. Under that, you can see the price that you're selling the items for. You can select that and change the price. Lastly, it shows the total price, and then you have the option to register the item. On the left, it shows all the items you have up for sale, and underneath that, you have the Claim All button, so you don't have to scroll and claim your earnings individually. You can also cancel a sale by selecting the time on this the time on this screen and hitting the cancel button, the item on this screen and hitting the cancel button. However, if you post an item, you cannot cancel the order until it comes off of pending status, which can take a couple minutes sometimes. Alright, let's go back to the Market tab and go over some additional items. Up first, weapons have a lot of sellable items because there is so many classes to choose from, most offering different weapons. Defense gear doesn't have this issue as much. Accessories does have a lot of items to choose from as well. However, as you get to the higher grade, the options become less. If you're looking for a specific item, I recommend selecting the weapon instead of scrolling through all of the weapon screen, as it could take a while. Same is true for accessories and defense gear. When an item first goes up for sale, it goes for a bid. You have a short period of time to place a bid on the item. Once bids have been placed, it then goes to check bid status, which can take up to a minute. Once it is out of the check bid status, it will show bid results. If you won the bid, you will be able to buy the item. If you did not, you will have to wait for either the person who did win the bid to buy the item, or wait for it to go into instant purchase status, which can take an additional 1 to 2 minutes sometimes. All items in instant purchase status are buyable right away. Typically, you will have bid wars with items such as pets or black pearl chests or even outfit chests back in the day. Most of these are not an issue anymore, and I really haven't found myself in a bidding war in quite a while. Let's talk about placing an order for an item. You will never see resources sitting on the market, or even red gear for that matter right now. And this is where orders come in. To place an order, you go to the item that you want to order. So in this case, we'll do resources. I'll go to iron ore, click order. Now you have 2 tabs. The first tab is reserve auto purchase. I never use this option. The second option is max bid price. Both options look relatively the same. Max bid price allows you to place an order above and beyond the price of the item. And if a buyer lists an item for that price or less, your listed amount will be deducted even if the sellers list at the cheaper price. What does that mean? So let's break it down. Well, you have people with 10 billion in pre-orders on red gear. Yeah, I said it right, 10 billion. The gear itself costs 2 billion. The seller can only sell at max price of 2 billion because that's all the market allows for. Now, whoever has the highest order on that item wins the bid. Who do you think's going to win? Yeah, the guy that has the 10 billion in pre-order. So what happens to the other 8 billion silver? The difference? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. However, it can be applied successfully with other items such as resources. For example, I always like to change the max bid price from 500 to 501, as the max price is always $4.99 for all resources. It doesn't matter which resource it is. Like I said earlier in the video, 99% of the people out there, prior to this video of course, would just let the max price as is and hope to win the item. Weeks later, they realize they have an order on the market that never got filled. It's optimal to increase the max bid price slightly, so you have an edge over those that don't. I regularly fill items throughout the week that I pre-order, typically resources, but hey, I'll take it. Let's go back to my item sections real quick and talk about a few pointers here. At the bottom, you will see only sell 5 items per day of gear and weapons. Doesn't matter the grade, so beware of this limit and use it to your advantage. Let's talk about how to sell your items. And let's go back to Blackstones. This is typically where I can do the easiest and be the most successful with selling items. So you can look at the market itself and see that there is min orders on the market. If there's a lot, you might want to sell for a bit cheaper as the market might be shifting. However, 99% of the time, all I do is look at the max price and reduce the price per item to a few hundred below. Or just a few numbers, 1 or 2 even. Again, most people just post the max bid price. 95% of the orders on the market are at max price. If you come in at even 1 digit less, you have a 95% chance to sell your item quicker and only miss out on a few silver. Last tip I want to talk about is understanding the market's fluctuation. What do I mean by this? First of all, BDM likes to have a set min and max price for every item. This helps to keep it balanced to the market so people can't sell red gear for 10 billion silver. Now, I'm not a finance major and I'm not a guru on the stock market. However, I have 2 sets of eyeballs and a brain, and I notice that the market fluctuates very drastically at times. For example, when an item becomes super populated on a server, so like BDM gives us an event with red accessory for example, 50% of these people are going to sell a red accessory. Now on that day, you're going to see hundreds of red accessories flood the market, and the current price on the item is, we'll say, 60,000 BP. The next day, the max price is going to be 58, and then 56, and then 54, and so on, until the supply and demand have become more aligned. So why is that important? If a new item like the example above comes out, it's best to wait a few days until the market drops in prices. The market resets every day when the game resets. And the same can be true for orange defense gear right now, for example. Path of Glory is days away, and the market is consistently sold out of these items. So the min price on most one-slot items was 13.5 million. Now these are increasing daily, so it's becoming a selling market on orange gear, and the longer you wait, the more you will make. Knowing when to sell that gear is also key, as holding on to it for too long could cost you as well. In my next video, I'm going to cover the current market prices for most items, as I have been working on an Excel document with some help. This document takes all market, min, and max prices for most items. I will continue to compile data the data weekly, and I will be putting out a market analysis video later to help you get a better understanding of what you should buy or sell. That covers everything in the beginner's market analysis. I hope you have learned something, and if you have, be sure to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I will see you next time.